Hey guys, welcome back to another crochet tutorial today. Today I'm going to teach you guys how to make this winter ear warmer / headband, whatever you would prefer to call it. Today you're going to be needing a crochet hook, pair of scissors, and a tapestry needle. And of course, ball yarn color of your choice, whatever you prefer. Shall we begin? Okay, we're first going to start with a slip knot. That is where you take the yarn, hold it like this, wrap it around your finger twice, and hold it like scissors. Take the back loop over the front, and take the new back loop all the way around your finger, so it looks like this. Once you have completed that, pull both to make your slip knot. Then pull the smallest string to shrink to size, right about here, and insert your hook. I will show you one more time. Loop around your finger twice, pull back loop over front loop, new back loop over finger, and pull small string. Then pull small string again to shrink to size, so that the hook can fit in, and there's still enough gap room between the hook and the slip knot. Then, the way to hold the yarn, my way, is to put your hand like this, loop it behind, turn your hand so it looks like this, middle and thumb hold, and pointer is your attention. You can hold the yarn any way you want, but this is the way I do it. Then right hand will hold your crochet hook. Now we're going to start with a chain of 82. So a chain is where you loop over and pull through the slip knot, loop over and pull through the loop, loop over, pull through the loop, loop over and pull through that loop again. I so far have 4 chains. We need 82 in total. I will see you guys when I get up there. So far I have 80 chains. You need to do 1 and 2 to equal up to 82. Now for the next part, you're going to loop over as if we were to start a chain, but don't pull through. Instead, count 3 of the V's right here. See how they're V's? Count 3 of them down to where right here is. Go in, loop over, pull through, loop over, and pull through all 3 of those stitches. I'll show you again slower how to do that stitch. You're first going to loop over. You're going to find out where your next stitch is. Right here. Right beside where you did that. You're going to insert your hook. You're going to loop over, and you're going to pull through that stitch. So then you have 1, 2, and 3 loops on your hook. Loop over one more time and pull through all 3 of those stitches. Show you one more time. Loop over, insert your hook into the next stitch, loop over, pull through, loop over, and pull through all 3 of those stitches. You want to continue doing this down the row until you reach the end, and once you reach the end, I will see you there. Okay, once you reach the end of the row, there should be one more stitch right here. Loop over, go in, loop over, pull through, loop over, and pull through all 3. Once you've reached the very end in that last stitch, pull this string to close that part tight so that it doesn't open. Now we're going to chain 2. Just like how we started this whole project, where you loop over and pull through the loop, and loop over and pull through the loop. You only want 2. Turn your work so that's facing this way. Okay. And now we're going to do more of these half double crochets. Loop over, go in, loop over, pull through, loop over, pull through all 3. But instead of going through both of these, we want to go in this back part of the stitch. So again, go in, loop over, pull through, loop over, and pull through all 3. The back loops make this little ridge on your little project. See how I have these ridges? If you don't want those ridges, go through all the stitches, like all the 2 V's. But if you want the ribbing, all you have to do is loop over, and you see how there's 1 and 2? Go in to the back one, loop over, pull through, loop over, pull through all 3. I'll show you here one more time. Loop over, go in the back loop, loop over, pull through, loop over, and pull through all 3. Like I said, if you don't want this ribbing that it's making, loop over and go in both of them. And then loop over, pull through, and pull through all 3. But if you want the ribbing, I'll show you here one more time how to do that. You're going to loop over, go in, loop over, pull through the back loop, loop over, and pull through all 3. You want to continue doing the back loop all the way down the row till you reach the end. Once you reach the end, I will see you there. Okay, once you've gotten to the end of this row, you're going to loop over, pull through, and loop over and pull through for a chain of 2 yet again. Turn your work again, and then what you're going to want to do is loop over and work in the back loops all the way down the row again. So you're going to loop over, you're going to go into the back loop of the first stitch, loop over, pull through, loop over, and pull through all 3. One more time, loop over, go in the back loop, loop over, pull through, loop over, and pull through all 3. You want to go back and forth, so once you reach the end of this row, you're going to chain 2, turn your work, and go in the back loops again. Then you reach this row again, chain 2, turn your work, go back down, and you want to do that for a total of 10 rows. So after this, you need 7 more rows. And all you got to keep doing is back loops, so go in, the back loop, loop over, pull through, loop over, and pull through all 3. Loop over, go in the back loop, loop over, pull through, loop over, pull through all 3. Do that for a total of 10 rows with a chain of 2 at each end of each round, but once you hit the 10th row, I will show you what to do next. Okay, once you have reached the end of row 10, what you want to do is not chain 2, but instead grab your scissors and cut a string, or cut an end, sorry. Once you've done that, you're going to loop over and pull it all the way through that stitch so it knots itself. Once you've done that, loop over, or insert your hook and loop over and pull through and just weave in those ends. All you need to do is weave in those ends so that the stitching and the knot won't come undone, which would be very bad if that happened. So instead, weave in those ends, both sides too, top and bottom. Okay, once you've done that, cut off the excess yarn and just toss that in the garbage. Next, what you want to do is you want to grab your ball of yarn end, and you're going to cut a fair enough long tail. So about this long. Okay? Then what you're going to do is you're going to take your tapestry needle and insert the yarn or thread with the tapestry needle. And if it does this little fray at the end, just cut it a little bit and thread it again. Like that. Okay. Now, for this part, we're going to count up 5 stitches, or 5 rows. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Put the other end on that 5th row. Okay, so it looks like this on both sides. Take the top and fold it down, like so. Okay, so now you have this, and take this part and fold it on the other side. So it should look something like this. Next, you're going to take your tapestry needle and insert it to the top of this fold through every little row and pull it through. But stop before you pull all the thread out. Then insert to the next 3, 4 rows, which is the fold, and just sew all the way down. All the way. Till you hit that end. Because you're trying to close this shut so that it has a little X at the top. So like this. Then what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to go back up so you reach this string again. So go in again. And just keep doing that up and back and forth. And one more for me. Okay. Now that I've reached back up here, I'm going to tie the string together so it won't come undone, and pull it tight. Just like so. I'd normally do 3 knots, so it definitely won't come off. And then I cut it. So the tapestry needle is now off. Put that to the side. Then you have these 2 ends. Insert your hook right into the stitching again, and weave in those ends. Just like so. So that part won't come off either. Do that for about 3 or 4 stitches if you can. And once you reach this end part of the weaving, cut the excess string yet again. Now, take this, which should look like this, and flip it inside out. So that way, when you flip it inside out, it has this little X on the front. And there you have it. A nice new headband, or ear warmer, like I said at the beginning, however you rather call it. Hope this video was helpful. Love you guys, and see you guys soon. Bye.